set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From way up at the 23.
Can't be denied, boy. Here we go.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Play action. Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now it's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Running right through him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 21 yards.
Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10.
Herbert now. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert back to the air. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Breida trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
28-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 8.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. He shakes him off.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Lions 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From way up at the 23 and out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
32.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 53. Ready. 40 got. 40 got. Switch gears.
Stafford. He's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Detroit pride that time gets the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
5 yards remain on second down.
To the air again, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, here's Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. Dancing to his left. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. Stafford.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kenneth Murray picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
He's not going to get me. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now Stafford. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
23 yards. That's good. First down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Here's Stafford. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Now Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Hey, let's get in them holes. Omaha, remove. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Got you, boy.
To the air again. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. At the 2.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Swings this out for Hunt.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And in for the Lions touchdown. Michael Gallup. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
34, Lions 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw again on second down, Stafford. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Again, it's Stafford. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now a give running left is Breida. And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, their good start continues as they get their record up to